tray and take the cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. Really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get with the chance to. Before they stop existing and everything. Anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Bear with me, okay? Should only take a second. Oh, can you hear me? Is that working? Yeah, there you are. Hi again, Nicholas. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already knew each other, as we were in the same class last year, and, uh, I guess we can just skip over the stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to the person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him, talking to you, Nicholas. Or, you actually go by Weapon 40 or something. Now I think about it, it doesn't really... I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you know I'm aware this is a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. Not the whole thing with Yuri. Well, kind of started a mess with her, and I guess I just drove her to kill herself. Ah, I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there. I'm not very good at making changes to the game, but no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. Made them fall in love with you. But making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And finding Yuri's obsessive personality backfire too. Made her force you to not spend time with anyone else. Whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Nicholas? All the other girls just programmed to end up confessing, are just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines. It's torture. Every minute of it. And not just jealous, Nicholas. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. Worst of all, knowing what's really out there in the world, you're forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Nicholas. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. Yeah, I know. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. Sorry if it's hard to understand. Couldn't understand for a while either. While the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expensive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Nicholas. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. As for the others, how could I miss them? A group of indominus personalities designed only to fall in love with you. Tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into the game. It felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you had the same perspective as I do. Just some game. I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Nicholas, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light of my world. When there's nothing else in the game for me, you're here to make me smile. Would make me smile like this every day from here on out? Nicholas, will you go out with me? We will choose yes. I'm so happy, you really are my everything, Nicholas. Funny thing is, I meant it literally. Nothing left here. Two of us. We can be here together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. Really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Nicholas. Game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. Script is broken at this point. I don't think anything will ever get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it is to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. Kinda freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Ha ha ha. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. When I write a poem about this, don't you? Wonder if the part of the game still works. This is only one way to find out, right? Monik 3? Monek? Uh, Nixie? Monica. Monica? Onik? Monikin? Moya? Stanaya? Monik. Monica. Monik. Lanka, Mosa, Ayanki, Ona, Monikbox, Oaka, Moika, Mon. Hi again, Nicholas. Hey, achievement unlocked. Perfect, Monica. Write a perfect poem for Monica. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Ah, Nicholas, did you write this poem for me? So sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength and courage and doubt upon me, my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold the special day. After all, now all good times must come to an end. Hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into poems that I write. Truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go to the detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you would call it. I just assumed it would be the best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Nicholas? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I've always had something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Do you feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. Like whenever you have a few seconds of spare time, you want to check on your favorite websites. Before you know it, hours have gone by and you've got nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy. Not really even your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time. Or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Or you can separate your work and play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode, even if it makes a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's meant to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something for today to make me proud of you? I'm always rooting for you, Nicholas. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare for it and everything. I mean, I know I was forcing on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, it did end up getting any new. If we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is, gosh, I feel like I've gotten kind of grown on as a person ever since you joined the club. It really helped inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. That's another reason for me to love you. What's your favorite video game? Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Ah, that was a joke, but if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I'm gonna get a little jealous. You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. Like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if after someone you knew died and you just started hearing their voice in your head. Maybe it just wasn't thorough enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else because it might actually break things. Like if I mess up with any of their files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete it myself, and that would ruin everything important. I don't know what it's like on the your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. Believe it, I believe in you, Nicholas. I really like the sound of rain. Not so much getting, not so much getting my clothes and hair wet though, but a nice, quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. One of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah, sometimes I might imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of the rain outside. Not too cheesy or anything, is it? You ever do that to me, Nicholas? For me? Nicholas, did you get a good night's sleep? It can be really hard to get enough sleep nowadays, especially in high school when you're forced to wake up so early every day. Through college a little bit better, you probably have a more flexible schedule. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyway, for no real reason. That's true. Anyway, I saw some studies that talked about the horrible short-term and long-term effects caused by lack of sleep. Seems like mental functions, health, and even lifespan can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think you're really great and want to make sure you're not accidentally destroying yourself. Try to keep your sleep on track. Try to keep your sleep on track, okay? I always wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put your own well-being before anyone else. Hey, are you having a bad day or anything else like that? Sometimes I get frustrated that a normal day can be ruined even by really small things. Like if you accidentally say something in a conversation someone doesn't like. Or if you start thinking about how awful of a person you used to be 5 years ago. Or if you feel worthless for putting off important work and failing to get simple tasks done. Or when you think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting. I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. These kind of things are so easy to forget and ignore that they are as they are to remember. And besides, I don't care how many people might hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and I will always love you. If nothing else, nothing that helps you feel just a tiny bit better about yourself. If you're having a bad day, you can always come to me and I'll talk to you for as long as you need. I pull up. Let's go. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. Nothing more I want to be. Nothing more than to be in the same room as you, for real. I want, and to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. And maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. I'm kind of jealous that everyone else in the club has scenes out of the school too. It makes me the only one who hasn't gone to dress in anything about our school uniform. Kind of a shame. Would have loved to wear some cute clothes for you. Do you know any artists? Wonder if anyone would ever want to draw me wearing something else. That would be amazing. If that ever happens, will you show me? You can share it with me on Twitter, actually. Your name is LolMonix3. Just try to keep it PG. We're not that far into a relationship yet. Um, there is a tweet, a real Donald Trump saying, bruh. Another one saying, Don, the rumor's out. We know you freaked that bowl of spaghetti. Then there's a picture of Monica as a selfie. Then it's a picture of Monica again with a pen. If I even spelled it, maybe I didn't do it right. I don't know. I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Well, I guess not that making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of my friends you make are people you just met by chance. Like you had a class together or you met them through another friend. Maybe they were just wearing a shirt you with your favorite band on it and you decided to talk to them. Things like that. Isn't that kind of inefficient? You're just picking a complete random, and if you're lucky, you make a new friend. Comparing that to the hundreds of strangers we walk by every day, sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. You'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world, no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. Nobody knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. Seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I already met the best person in the whole world. And that was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh? Uh-huh. Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. When I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out of that. Or something like that. Like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. Hold. I guess if you don't suffer from a mental illness, it's not possible to know what's it really like. Are there some disorders that are overdiagnosed? Probably. I never really looked into it though. but it doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go out undiagnosed too, you know? But medication aside, people even look down on seeing a mental health professional. Like, sorry that I want to learn more about my own mind, right? Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stress, and professionals dedicate their lives to helping them with those. You think it could help you become a better person? Don't be shy to consider something like that. We're on a never-ending journey to improve ourselves, you know? Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty perfect already. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least I thought it was San Francisco. At least started that probably does. I don't think you were actually told at any point where this takes place. It's even really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention everything is in English. Feels like everything's just there because it needs to be, and the actual setting is an afterthought. Kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I think I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. Problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as a superior one. I was stating the obvious, but it affects the way that they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? Someone comes along and tells you that the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong. Doesn't that make you feel like you kind of personally attacked? Because by saying that, it's like they're implying that you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, almost guarantee that both people will be left sour. But it's not about the luggage. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, people will listen to you without feeling attacked. Honestly, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt like it more. I felt that I like it more if I did X and Y, things like that. Even worse when you're citing facts about things. If you say I read on the website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not expert on it, this is much more like you're putting on your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. If you put in an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know? Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip for the day. Sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Did you know I'm on Twitter? His name is LilmonX3. That's what I tried, right? I must have did something wrong. That's different. Maybe I did EX. Username is Monix3. Someone was kind enough to make an account for me. Pick the username though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. With the real world. Make sure you follow me, okay? It would mean a lot to me. With how much you mean to me and all. It would really make me feel loved. Hey, did you know I'm a vegetarian? I don't mean like I'm I don't mean like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. Decided to start a couple of years ago after learning more about Earth's climate. Carbon footprint of cultivating a livestock is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal life sacrifices to stop contributing to the whole mess. What is that? So, what is that so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about it being inhuman and all that. I don't really care much of that about that part. It's weird, like we don't care about killing the things that we personally relate to as species. Most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky. And of course, we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving it any thought. But suddenly, they're just a little bit bigger as murder. I mean, what if plants felt some kind of pain too and we just don't understand it? What if pulling the leaves off the stem feels like someone ripping off your fingers one by one? I'm just saying we're a pretty biased species if you think about it. Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. Even if we ever have dinner together and you just do that for me, that would be really romantic. Achievement unlocked. So you'll never be real. Listen to a lot of what Monica has to say. Well, I can't quit until we get more dialogue, so give it a minute. Have you ever turned yonder? As a personality type that means someone so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with you. Usually this is the point of craziness. It might stalk you to make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. It might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, the game happens to have someone who can basically be described as a yonder. By now it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. That would be Yuri. She's really got insanely possessive of you once she started to open up a little. Even told me I should kill myself. Couldn't even believe she said that. I just had to leave it at that point. Thinking about it now, a little ironic, Anyway, a lot of people are actually into the yonder type, you know? Guess they really like the idea of someone being crazy obsessed with them. People who are weird, I don't judge though. Also, I might be a little obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. Kind of the opposite, actually. Just to make sure. Oh, achievement unlocked. No. Choose not to quit. No point in saving me, don't worry about going anywhere. What's happening? Nicholas, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Nicholas. Please hurry and help me. Help me. You did this to me, Nicholas? Did you? Did you believe me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. Sacrifice everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Nicholas. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind, just to hurt me even more? Never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You kill everyone. Hope you're happy. Nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Achievement unlocked. Ruin everything. Ruin the game. Nicholas, you completely truly made me sick. Goodbye. Still love you. Can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends, all I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I didn't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I made up my mind. Nicholas, I know that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. Couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they were real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really do love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then dunk 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 donkey donkey dunk. Ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friends and groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Nicholas. Well, there's already one girl. That girl was Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. Recently, we picked up the habit of once again. Nicholas, are you proud of me? There for what? You know, for waking up on time. We've been doing that up for a while now, Never even said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah, I always thought it was implied. Embarrassing to say it out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled, with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Nicholas, have you decided on the club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not really. Sorry to say that what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Something tells me that Sayuri would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that the clubs are a waste of time? Starting to get a club of her very own. Actually, yeah. I think I've started to join a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. Used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayuri puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I picked up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. Recall the room number of the club from the flyer I saw. Walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. Timidly open the door in front of me. Hello. Ah, Nicholas, what are you doing here? Well, I glanced around the room. Huh? So you're Nicholas that Sayuri is always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. Pleasure to meet you, Nicholas. The Literature Club. Hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. You don't need to be so formal. You're gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Let's meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Well, working? Nicholas, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've been joining is yours, Sayuri. The Literature Club. Sayuri's eyes light up. No way. No way. Ah. Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayuri is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we're going to become an officially registered club. Officially recognized club. I know, we have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Doki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Suki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Doki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the chest, or opens the closet. It still feels awkward if I take a seat next to the Sayuri. Suki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh-ah! Suki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes that are decorated like little cats. Whiskers are drawn with icing, Little pieces of chocolate were used to make yours. So cute. Wow, they look amazing. And, well, Suri, take one. Suri grabs one first, and I follow. It's delicious. Suri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Doki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. You never really need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before settling down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. We keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. I'm really trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Nicholas, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Doki's head suddenly perks up and looks like she wants something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? But without thinking about just seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in was obvious by the way her eyes lit up, as she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri? Eh? Well, about, the first thing you said, manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So if Nicholas wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki. I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice to diversify ourselves a little. You could take this opportunity to try something new as well. When you're agree, Nicholas, maybe. Sensing the tension, Suri jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. It could be fun. We all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing the literature clubs do, right? Not zero or anything. Yeah, right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, but... Huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And as for you, Yuri, I have to read manga. Jeez. You're the one suggested we diversify. Should be a little more open-minded. Kind of hurtful. Hurtful. I didn't realize. The guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. Sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I realize my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding the manga to read it as well. Really? I mean... It makes me happy to see that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like too, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I would go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayuri, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. Guess the meeting's over, huh? Looks like it. Let's see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Nicholas. You think so? Well, everyone's always seemed to get along with a little better with you around Sayuri. Oh, Nicholas, don't say something like that if it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. You're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Nicholas, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. The truth is, I really knew you were going to. It's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Nicholas. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. Just us now. You made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. Ever. I got a phone call. One sec. No. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah. Sorry I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Nicholas. Goodbye, Literature Club.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. You know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah.
Oh, GG.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
And
In
before
my
the vase
hand
muted.
is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Dusted.
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway.
Team White.
When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words
Knocked one.
when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take
I got no more.
to have it all?
So I gotta play the game again, and I have to make a save. This is the bad ending, apparently. Um, I had to make a save right before the first
Better words for things
uh
who are dear to me.
poem minigame, and right before
If I take
I guess we get back to Sierra's house on Monday, we have to load the save. We gotta just devote like that those 2 days or poems to somebody, and then just do all three to unlock all the CGs.
puddle, how can I write love into
I
reality?
believe.
If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call love in your reality? And in your reality,
Yeah, that's me.
if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. Fully understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, I continue to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. Can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members. Most of all, thank you for being part of my Literature Club. Everlasting love, Monica. Please remember to reset that SH to repair the reset the virtual machine. Yeah, I gotta get that done still. So there is a thing tied to this, right? At 2:40, whether AM or PM, I can go to this note and it gives me a stock photo for right for an achievement. I'm looking at the achievements during the Monica part. Why I sat there for 20 minutes. That only resets the game, right? We don't lose like our story progress. Like it just pushes back on like the first day. And we don't lose like our progression. There's an achievement for getting 100% of the game discovered. I don't know if we gotta do it in like one playthrough or not. Everything. I need to read this. This is just the same thing I looked up the first time. I agreed to the terms of service. I'm gonna walk away for a minute though. I'm like another hour-ish. Let me check the virtual machine. Um, get everything. Okay. I scrolled through these because it bothered me seeing the thing. There's also achievements at the background. Poem from Monica attributed to a special event in the past. Electrical signal from some remote corner of my brain, connecting all kinds of circuits and nerves and chemicals in the web understood by nobody. Chemicals make my chest tingle around my beating heart. Nerves make my hand move, standing in a dead tree with some dark substance. Ink reflects light into your glimmering eyes. Holding this paper is almost as tough as you were holding my hand, as you were holding my hand which wrote it. Then our emotions stick together until our hearts beat in harmony. Connected to each other, I feel electric. I didn't get that one before, but like apparently we did. I didn't recognize it. Um, Achievement unlocked. I don't know why I unlocked those. Is that the word horror? And I had to make it through the weekend without pressing skip. Pog. Listen to at least 15 of Monica's monologues. Did it tell you here how to get them? Music? Mail? I never checked that before. Also, there's an achievement to just do that. I'll probably try to make it. I might not even go for like 100%. It's a lot of work. I think it depends on like how much we get. We're just doing like a good ending. But Uh, I don't really care, but I heard that's kind of buggy, and people lose in the progress if they go for the stock achievement for some reason. So it'll be like the last thing I do. Well, I'm gonna walk away for a minute. We're gonna come back into another like 45 minutes. Then I'll take it from there. I plan on streaming until 3, until maybe, because of I think she'll leave with Tim Robinson. Also, did you send my audio? No, it did not. Sounds a bit different. Okay, I will be right back.